What up, y'all? So I just got out of a little security, you know what I'm saying, little training course, classes or whatever you want to call it. And now I'm headed back to the crib. It's an hour something drive. Damn, a 2-hour drive. I was doing this for the whole week. I mean, it's a 4-day course. But I made the initiative and I signed up for the classes last weekend on Saturday around 5 p.m. Had to make that payment. Classes, I think they were like $150. But I don't know. I got tired of being tired. I just want to try something new, man. And they ain't to say, you know, security job might be like right there on the way. It might take some time, but at least I got the certificate. You know what I'm saying? I got the certificate. You know what I'm saying? So it's just a good feeling of accomplishment that you feel when you actually go out and you apply yourself and you do something. You know, whether it's small or big, you know, it doesn't really fucking matter, man. As long as you go out there and you set out to do something and you actually complete it, you didn't procrastinate, you didn't hold back out of fear, you went out there and did the damn thing, it feel good, man, I ain't gonna lie, but it's only the start, you know. But it was really a small class. It was only like initially only 2 of us, me and some old guy, you know. And y'all might be wondering like why you had to drive damn near 2 hours for this class. I don't know, man. I went online, I was looking on Craigslist and I seen something about security and I just hopped on it. I jumped the gun and I called the number. I didn't even realize where it was located at. And when I put the address in after I done paid for the class, filled in my little slot, I looked at the location, the distance. I'm like, damn, it's at 1 hour 44 minutes. I said, fuck. But you know, I said, fuck it. You know. But when you really want to do something or you really set your mind to it, there ain't too many things that can stay in the way. You gonna get it done. And shit, you pay for it, it's your money. You know? So when you actually go out your pockets, when you come out your pockets, you're gonna be more cautious and more motivated to do things. You're gonna be more aware of getting your money's worth. You know? If somebody else paid for it, you're probably gonna be less grateful for it. You might be more careless. It's kind of like borrowing somebody's car. When it's somebody else's car, you don't give a damn. You might return it with low gas or no gas. You going for a joyride. You driving everywhere, across the state, overseas. You driving that motherfucker across the water. I don't know how you doing it, but you don't give a damn. You gonna return it back to the driveway with no gas. But let you get your own car, your own vehicle, get your own license, your own insurance, your own responsibility. Oh yeah, you're gonna be up on it. You're gonna be up to par. You're gonna make sure everything to the T. You're gonna make sure everything right. You know, because it's your car, your full responsibility. You know, you being held full accountability for that. But anyways, initially it was a small class, then another guy joined, and then another guy joined. And they all had an accent, like they all like kind of Jamaican. Even the instructor was kind of Jamaican or whatever. But it was a cool class, man. I'm kind of glad I chose that one, even though it was a far distance. I felt like it was kind of worth it. Because, you know, I could have been in a big old class. And I mean, I wouldn't mind if that would have been the case. I would have did it. But, you know, I would have been in a big ass class. I would have been probably just another number. It probably would have been a lot more strict. This guy was pretty laid back, pretty chill. Seemed like a preacher dude, like he do like pastoring on his days off or whatever. That's the vibe that he gave me. But I ain't gonna lie, for the most time, we were just watching videos and stuff, taking notes. I mean, it's up to you if you want to pay attention to that boring ass shit. I mean, a lot of it was boring, I ain't gonna lie. A lot of it was really common sense. But you know, I ain't gonna lie, I dozed off a couple times, man. Like today, before we took the exam, we had a few lessons to go through and some things to go over. I was kind of like, you know, having to catch myself a couple times, man. But I made it through it. Like I said, it was a 4-day thing from Monday through Thursday. I already set the appointment up for tomorrow. to go to the little office or whatever, get the licensing or whatever like that, you know what I'm saying? So I'm new to all this. I'm just still figuring all this out. You know, I'm gonna find out how to do it. I just seen a thick ass woman at the gas station, boy. A part of me wanted to hit a U-turn, but I said, nah, man, fuck all that. But anyways, I'm just fucking around. But yeah, man, like, it just feel good, man. Like, it just feel good. Because I'm not, you know, I'm not in school. I'm not taking courses. I'm not taking classes. But this was kind of like the closest thing to being in school for me in a long time. And it's kind of like I used this experience to kind of see if I could handle it if I was to go back to school. And I'm kind of like, let's say I'm kind of like 80% leaning towards it. I can see myself going to school or whatever. If I had to actually go to classes and sit down, I would just have to be aware of like how much rest I'm getting and stuff like that. But outside of that, I think I pay pretty good attention to details. I think I stay pretty focused. I just gotta really want to do it. I gotta be zoned in. Sometimes I feel like I have undiagnosed ADHD, but it ain't like super bad. Like I can tone it down when I really need to put my foot down and buckle up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Got my little certificate. You know, a little manila folder. So we took the exam. That shit was long as fuck, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was nervous. Cause he gave us a review sheet at the last second yesterday. And I got it. He emailed it to us. It was like, he emailed it to me like around 7 p.m. So I had a few hours to study. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't even really studied as much as I should have. I waited till like 10, 11 p.m. And I was just kind of lollygagging around. Watched a little dumbass episode of Pop the Balloon. You know what I'm saying? And I went to sleep. And I was just having faith in my just common sense and knowledge, you know, and intelligence just to get me through for the exam. So fast forwarding today, we took the exam. It was long. It was about 100-something questions. Multiple choice, true and false type questions. And yeah, man. So I was getting a little nervous. There was some questions on there I wasn't really like sure of. And there was quite a bit of questions on there we didn't even really go over. But we did a quick review. We did a quick review before the actual exam, so got a little refresher. But like I said, it was 4 of us in the class, and I finished first. But like I said, it took us for a long time. They still in there right now. They're probably just finishing up, or they probably gonna be enough for another 20 minutes. But we went well over our closing time. We supposed to get out at a certain time, and when I finished, it was like 2 minutes past, you know, our closing time. But we all still sitting up in there taking that exam because we didn't get started till like later on. But so I got up when I finished. So he took my exam. He walked by my desk, got my exam, took it back to his, you know, to his desk, and I was just nervous, man. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of sat there, kind of shaking my head, like. I knew I got a lot of questions right, but I thought I got a lot wrong, man. But I ended up doing like 85%. I got 85% right. So yeah, when I gave him my exam, I didn't know what the outcome was gonna be in the moment. So I'm just like, man, I'm just having all these racing thoughts going through my head. I'm like, man, I don't care. If I gotta come back and take it, fuck it. It is what it is. That's just how I approach life. Whatever happens, happens. It is what it is, man. But I was hoping I ain't have to do another day of driving this long ass distance. But he called my name. I got up. He's like, hey, he's smiling like 85%. He reached out his hand to shake me. I shook his hand, you know. I'm just cheesing up, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, you know, cheesing up, nigga cheesing and shit. Ear to ear grin on his face. But that's that feeling of accomplishment, that feeling of excitement. Like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? I did it, man. I finished something. I set out to do something and I finished it. A lot of times in my life, like, I procrastinated a lot. And we talked about that too in the class. I ain't gonna lie. He gave a lot of good gems and stuff, man. But one of the things he said today was like, 2 of the biggest killers for success is fear and procrastination. And some of y'all know that. And some of y'all knew that, but you don't know that. And that's true, man. Like, you know, fear and procrastination, it will stop you from being successful. in any aspect of your life, man. You hold them back, and then a lot of times you create and you formulate your own problems in your head. You come up with non-existent problems in your head just from thinking a lot, man. Especially if you deal with a lot of racing thoughts. Your mind is all over the place. You know, you scare your own self. You create your own monsters, man. But anyways, back to the subject at hand, man. I'm just glad that I, got my little certificate or whatever. And what's my plan? Honestly, I'm gonna still get a regular job. I'm still gonna just keep a regular job. And in the meantime, I'll look for some security stuff. I'll try to see if I can fit, 2 jobs in the schedule or whatever. Probably do security part-time at first. But like I said, I'm still new to the security bullshit. So, I know how to call it bullshit, but, I'm still new to this. So I just got to see what come with it, man. I got to see how I feel about it. But at least I always got a certificate, something I can say that I did, I completed. I could, I could carry it on my belt. I can hang it up on the wall. You know what I'm saying? It's just starters. And one thing with this gave me the motivation to want to try other stuff. Because I always see the comments talking about, oh, do a skill, do a trade and all this. And I just be like, yeah. I kind of roll my eyes because, it just sounds cliche. Get your CDL, blah, blah, blah. All this macho man shit everybody tell you to do. All this generic ass cliche advice. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I started putting thought into that kind of stuff. Like, man, I ain't gonna lie. If I was able to finish this, if I felt okay doing that, I mean, shit, I could do anything else. And that's what comes with when you start accomplishing things. Once you go out and do things and you finish it, it gives you the confidence. That's what confidence comes from. It comes from knowing that you can complete something. You say you're gonna do something, you complete it, boom. It boosts your confidence, man. It boosts your self-esteem. And when your confidence goes to a higher level, now you feel like you can go out there and complete something else and do something else. I forget what the effect is called. It's a name for it, but you do one thing and boom, now it snowballs into something else. Kind of like a snowball effect. Snowball go down the mountain and get bigger and bigger and bigger. But yeah, man, real shit. So it made me thinking like, man, what else could I do? What other trade could I pick up, or what other kind of job could I go after? And I'm just tired of that bullshit warehouse shit. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm tired of the bullshit warehouse or whatever, man. I ain't gonna lie, but whatever I gotta do, I'll do. As long as I'm somewhat content and comfortable with it, and nigga be alright. But yeah. But yeah, so shit to do here. He took a picture of me holding my certificate. He just told me good luck, man. You know what I'm saying? The other 3 guys are still working on their exam. I know they nervous as hell, But he said, I went back to my seat and sat down, just kind of on my phone. He's like, hey, you can go home, man. You can go ahead and leave, man. I was like, oh, all right. So I headed out, walked by his desk one last time. He's like, shook my hand one last time. All right, man, keep me updated, keep me posted, and tell me how I go tomorrow with the licensing thing. Like I said, I gotta go down to the office and get the little license or whatever. They do the fingerprints and all that shit. But yeah, man, so hey, it's all about taking that first step, taking that initiative. Like I said, if you procrastinate, that means you ain't gonna do it at all. Big or small, man. Some may be listening to this thinking, oh, it ain't all that. Like, look, it's something, man. Like I said, this can give you motivation to do other things. The snowball effect. You do one thing, boom, now you got the confidence to do something else and bigger and bigger and bigger. And now you're on the bigger and greater things. But yeah, I just thought, you know what I'm saying? A nigga feel kind of like hyped up, I ain't gonna lie. So it is what it is, man. But I'm still like keeping my head on the swivel. I'm still watching my back. Y'all know how I move. Still gotta move militant out here in these streets, man. I don't ever get too excited though, you know what I'm saying? Nigga still be like low-key looking behind his back. But yeah, man. This your boy. I'm out.